Oh, welcome to Toffee TV. It's the player ratings for Fleetwood Town 0, Everton 1 in the Carabao Cup. Toffee's through to the third round. Happy days. Let's just get into it. Asmi Begovic did all right. Made a couple of decent saves. Bit quiet night. No dramas. Sound 6.75. I have given him. Yeah, no issues at all. Done his job, come in, and that's what you like to see from your backup goalkeeper. In the back three, Sheamus Coleman, good to have Sheamus back. Good 90 minutes under his belt. Again, no real dramas, done his job, no issues. Yeah, consummate pro, going all the way to the end. Still getting up and down at the end, so again, I will give him a 6.75. As I said, no dramas from him either. Michael Keane, I thought Michael Keane done all right tonight. I think he done exactly what he needed to do, which was just header everything away. That's all he was in there to do, just header everything away and sort out any danger. I've given him a 7 because he did exactly what he was supposed to do. That's why you have him for games like this. Bring him in, balls come into the box. You know they're going to try and be dangerous on set pieces, and the all his experience showed tonight, and that this kind of level suits him down to the ground. So again, fine, no issues. Reese Welsh, good that he got his debut. Good to see Frank Lampard with the centre backs that he's got and the options he's got, decided to throw him in and give him a go. Sometimes you've just got to do that and see what happens, see whether they sink or swim. He obviously thinks a lot of him and a couple of the other players, and he'd be looking to see whether, he'd probably be looking to see as well whether in the next week or so, whether if a bid come in for Michael Keane or something like that, would you take it knowing that you had someone like that, or would you throw him in a game like that to see where he is and to see whether he needs to go on loan and all those kind of things. So good that he got a game today. Good that he got to start alongside Sheamus Coleman and Michael Keane. You know, that's big for him as well. So listen, he didn't have a brilliant game. He didn't, you could see that he's still a raw talent. Nathan Patterson, played 4 out of 4 now. Disappointing end to the season for him being injured for Scotland and obviously not getting, not finishing the season with the injury and then missing out on the playoffs of the World Cup. I've given him a 7, up and down. Should have probably scored, but hit it straight at the goalkeeper. I think he's getting more and more sharp, getting sharper and sharper, adapting to the English game, the Premier League game. The Premier League is a step up from what he was playing. So, no issues at all. I've given him a 7. Reese Welsh, sorry if it went off, because it went off. Reese Welsh, I give him a 6. Said he's learning all the time. He's getting better. They need to just figure out what they're going to do with him next. Whether he stays, whether he goes on loan, we'll have to wait and see. So I'll give Reese Welsh a 6. On the other side, Vinegre, again, it wasn't great tonight. He wasn't great. I want to see that left-hand side just seems to be a struggle at the moment. We just don't seem to be getting anything like really creative out of it. So yeah, he needs. It's tough. It's always tough when it's your first game. It's always tough when it's your first start. So, and it's always the same when players come in and they play in the League Cup and everyone just wants to boot them. So difficult night for him. I've given him a 6. And that might be being generous, but yeah, it's always difficult. It's always difficult, and you're not up to speed with the level, even though he has played in English football before. But let's see what happens with him, because he is more of an attacking player. That's why I was a little bit disappointed with him, because I want to see more, more creativity from him in the box, getting the balls into the box and stuff. Onana, yeah, first 90 minutes, again, 2 weird cameos in the Premier League so far. So it was good that he got the minutes under his belt. Obviously, he was supposed to start the game with Tom Davies, and that would give him a little bit of more defensive cover, but Tom dropped out with an injury, and then it became Gray, and then it really was just him and Iwobi essentially in the midfield. So he did okay, not brilliant. They tried to rough him up a little bit. They tried to boot him around a little bit, which, you know, some of them did catch him, some of them were naughty. He's still, I think, a little bit off the pace. He's playing his own game rather than the game, you know, the game that he needs to play, the level that he needs to be at for the English game. That'll take time. It was his first start. I remember when Fellaini came in, and he's the only one I can really compare him to. And Fellaini took ages, and Fellaini actually took a change of position to get him up to the speed of being in the Premier League and how fast it is. He's going to have to adapt. And if we want him to be a success, we're going to have to be patient with him. So, and as I said, because he didn't have Tom Davies in there with him, and I think Tom Davies is sitting in front of the back four makes a massive difference. And I generally don't care what anyone says. People have a go at Tom all the time, but the last 2 Premier League games he's done his job perfectly well. And people can slate him all they want, but he's a good squad player to have, and would have cruised through tonight's game. So he's got to adjust very, very quickly, and it will take him time. I can't imagine. Well, it's difficult to say whether he'd start on Saturday. I wouldn't really start him, but it depends what we've got. We'll have to see what we've got. Yeah. So I've given him a 6. Alex Iwobi, I think he was the best player on the pitch by a mile. He was everywhere. He was and the ball just comes from him and it just sticks. And he uses it so well, and his passing was good, and he's got an eye for a crossfield pass, and he keeps it simple when it needs to be simple, and he does something different. So I think Iwobi started the season brilliantly, and that position he really shows. He's really shown how kind of a good footballer he can be. He really is. He's shown all the attributes that we were told he had, basically. You know, when people talk about him in training, he's the best player in all this. Frank Lampard's really getting a tune out of him, so fair play to him. And you know, he's proved all the doubters, me included, wrong. So got to keep that up, got to keep that level going, and be a leader for the team. And I think that's what you're seeing from him tonight. Tonight he was in a game like this. You need someone that you can rely on to give the ball to, and tonight he was that player. Anytime we were in any kind of, not trouble as such, but when we were looking for the pass, he was always on. And yeah, he's done really well tonight. I've given him an 8. Dwight Mcneal, disappointing performance, I thought, from him. Hasn't had a great start to his Everton career, apart from the friendly, which everyone told me was Pelly in. And again, I thought he was disappointing tonight. You know, for someone who started the first 2 games and has played on Saturday as well, I expect a lot more from him. He hasn't got any pace, and he doesn't keep the ball well enough for me either. And I don't really see anything creative about him at all. So, what have Everton really bought? That's the question. What have they bought? What kind of player have they bought? I don't really know. I don't really know what kind of player he is. I've given 5.5. I don't really know what kind of player he is. I don't know how he's supposed to fit into our team. I don't know what role he's supposed to have. If he's supposed to be a Richarlison placement, then wow. No, I was very disappointed with him tonight. So he looks a bit of a confidence player as well, which we can't be doing with another one of them. So I'll give him a 5.5. Damari Gray, I've given him a 7.5. Scored the winning goal. For a player who just came off the bench and onto play, he done well. Someone who you look like you can rely on in a game like this, does actually look better than the opposition, which doesn't always seem to be the case in the final third when you play teams lower. So got the goal, 2-2 now. That's fantastic. It's what we want. It's confidence building. He's back amongst the goals after being out of them for so long. So fair play to him. Rondon was terrible. I don't know what you want to say. He was terrible. Everton will be relegated if he is our striker this season. They just will be. There's, if he's our striker, we'll be relegated. So, Everton need to go out. I don't really want to talk about him too much because he was just terrible. I've given him a 3. He's just woeful, and Everton need to go out and get a centre forward. Simple as that. Warrington, come on, did well. Wanted the ball, was trying to play the ball around the corner. Looked all right. Real confidence when he's on the ball. And to be fair, this is the team he's playing against tonight. That he should be having no problem against, really. So give him a 6.5. Tarkowski came on, just shored up the back line. I thought as soon as he came on, I thought no one was going to get through us, so give him a 6.5 as well. And Stanley Mills came on, did all right. Wasn't in the game that long. Good that he got on the pitch. Looked comfortable on the ball. Not maybe really playing in his position. So I've given him a 6. No problem at all. So we're through. That's the main thing. We're through. We've done our job. And we're on to the next round. And we're on to Brentford on Saturday. So we'll be doing the final word tomorrow over on Toffee TV Premier. Join us if you can. Link is in the description and it will be on the screen when I finish. Yeah, there you go. Nothing more to say. Enjoy Baz's videos and I'll see you tonight.